Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, it's been a while since I put a video out, but I've just been super busy. So this is a bit of an update of what's happening with the channel, what's happening with me going pro, what I've been up to, and what you've got really to look forward to going forward. So now we're in the winter. My time here at Ashby is a little bit more dedicated to YouTube because there's less people here, there's less time for me to be in the shop. So I'm going to be putting out a lot more YouTube videos, and I'm going to be basing it around my game, how I'm improving my game, and I'm also going to start doing things around coaching because now I've turned PJ Pro, I'm a PJ Pro trainee. I need to learn coaching. I need to start offering coaching to you guys, to people around here. So I'm going to start basing a lot of my videos around that coaching aspect. So, well, what have I been up to? So I turned pro, as you all know, and thank you again to all those that donated. It was a massive help and has helped me start my first year. So now I'm in that year. Basically, the way it works is we have modules. So there's modules on coaching, fitting, how to be a pro, how to build your brand. So there's certain aspects of it that I've got a little bit of a head start in it, in building my brand, in fittings, in YouTube and social media. So I've kind of got a head start on certain aspects of that. But the biggest thing that I've done is I've entered 2 competitions since turning professional with the Devon PGA Alliance. The first one was at Yelverton and I finished 13th out of 19. So kind of around mid-table-ish. And I think the aim really wasn't to finish last. I didn't want to go into my first one and finish last. And the second one was at Thurleston 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. And again, I finished joint 13 out of, I think, 18. So I think on average, I was 7 over par at Yelverton, and I think I was 8 over par at Thurleston. Given the conditions, I wasn't too worried about that, or I wasn't too displeased. And when I spoke to Dan about it, he said, you should be sort of pleased about that. You know, well done, you've done really well. But then I spoke to Dan, and I'm going in there with the wrong mindset. You know, I'm going in there to not finish last. I don't want to finish last. And he sort of put it a little bit into perspective that I'm entering these pro competitions now to win money. It's my job, being a professional, is entering competitions to win money. And I'm not going in with the right mindset. And he said, like, you know, why are you going in trying not to be last? Because he said, it doesn't matter if you come last or 5th, you're not winning money. You need to go in to pick up a paycheck. So I was like, you're right. And he's like, why are you going in with that mindset to not come last? And the obvious answer, and the answer is because of some of you guys. Because not everybody is positive. There's a lot of you, and so many of you are so positive around me turning pro, but there's people out there that want me to fail, would love me to come last all the time. And it's that's stopping me from possibly trying to push myself to go a little bit further. So I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to enter these competitions now that I want to win them. And whether I come in with, because it's stable for the Alliance, whether I come in with 10 points or 30 points, it's irrelevant. I've got to go in with that mindset that I want to win these events. And if I come last with 10 points and I'm 18 shots behind the next player, so be it. It doesn't matter, and I shouldn't let it matter what people negatively think about it. I've proved myself that I'm not going to be last and that I can compete at that level to some aspects. So I'm going to change my mindset. I'm going to go in and try and win them. Don't expect to win, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to change my mindset to go in and try and win these tournaments because ultimately that's my job now, is to get paid to play golf. And if I'm going to enter a tournament, I've got to go in there to try and pick up a paycheck. So things will change when it comes to entering those. Tournaments I've entered, I've got Churston Alliance this Thursday. Dan's playing in that, and Paul's playing in that, and Lester's playing in that actually. So that will be a good day. I won't be playing with them. I'm playing with a guy called Craig Brodie, who plays at Royal North Devon. And the thing with this Devon Alliance is it's only open to Devon players, which is why I've not offered it out to everybody that donated. But when the PGA starts next year, there are pro-ams that I'm going to offer it out to you guys. Then I've got the Thurleston Medal at the end of November, which is my first PGA Devon or PGA Southwest event, like on the proper tour. And then there's a guy called Wayne Dwyer, who's also gone into being a trainee this year, who I met on Instagram. And we're going to enter the Brabazon Pairs at the Belfry in December. So there's a couple of things coming up. Really excited to start getting really involved in these tournaments, just to challenge myself really. You would have seen on Dan's channel, Dan Hendrickson, for those who don't follow him, follow Dan Hendrickson Golf, because I'm also present on there sometimes, that we went to France recently to Valandré and Sanka, and there's another one, it leaves me, but it was really nice to be back on the vlogs with Dan, Jordan, and then there was Coach Jamesy and Nathan Gilpin who were on them, and it was really nice to get involved in that. I've missed that this year because I've been so busy down here, and that's the reason I really got into YouTube, was that sort of vlogging. So being back on Dan's channel, being back involved with Dan, it's what I want to do as well as do this channel, but you know, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was my first time on there as a professional. I played all right, but the problem is this vlogs, his silly Lee comes out sometimes. I need to just switch him off. Sometimes like there's a little demon in my head says, just go for it. So I need to switch him off sometimes. But there's a few more vlogs coming out of there. And then last week, you might be able to tell with the suntan, me and Dan, we went out to Saudi Arabia for the Aramco Ladies Series out there and the Aramco Team Series. It was hot, 35 to 37 degrees every day, hardly any wind. It was, it's hard for me to sit here when everyone's cold saying it was really too hot, but it was too hot. But we did some great videos out there. We got to do some videos with some of the professionals around coaching that will be out on Dan's channel. We got to play night golf out there with a young lady called Rachel McQueen, who's on Instagram. Really nice girl. Really enjoyed her company for that 8 days we were out there. So there's night golf to come out. That's out this week on Dan's channel. I struggled with night golf because I struggled with perception, but it was really good to just experience that night golf really, because I know I've never done it before. But I think the highlight of the week for me was I got to be a tour caddy for 3 days. So when we were out there, Felicity Johnson, who's an LET player, a two-time winner on the European Tour, was pulling her trolley around, and a lot of the girls were pulling their trolley around because the money discrepancies within the male and females tour it's sometimes not financially viable for them to take a caddy out with them. So I saw she was pulling her trolley around. We'd pretty much completed our filming, and I basically asked her, do you want me to carry a bag for 3 days? And she was up for it. You know, she was like more than happy. It saves her pulling it around. It means she can concentrate more on her golf. And what I liked most about it is she let me get involved in being a caddy, yardages, club selection, things like that. She really got me involved. So yeah, I had the tour caddy experience, so to speak. And I have to say much respect to caddies, because in that heat, and I was only carrying a small stand bag, my feet were in bits. I had about 8 blisters by the time we finished those 3 days, just because of the heat. It was relentless. 5 hour rounds out there, no shade. It was tough carrying the bag, and I can imagine how tough it was actually playing golf while they're out there. So kudos to them. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't win it, but a great experience, and one that if it ever comes up again, I will jump at the chance at doing. It was just being able to watch the ladies play golf. It's so relatable to me, to amateurs. Instead of trying to watch the male golf and think that's what we can do, more people should watch female ladies golf, because it's more equivalent to yardages, to the way we play golf. And if you can play golf the way the women do, just fairway green, and not trying to leather it, I know what you're all going to say, I'm aware, and I've taken something away from it, but it was superb to watch, so easy to watch, and I just had the best 3 days on the bag for Felicity. But I've got to admit, when that last hole finished, I was relieved, because I was knackered, absolutely cream crackered. My feet were aching. I've probably lost a few kilos in weight and sweat. It was fair play to caddies, so underappreciated, but the job they do, watching the caddies that actually properly help their pros, just a massive respect to you, because it's a hard job. And I can only imagine with a tour bag on as well, it's even harder, because I couldn't have carried a tour bag for 3 days, definitely not. Well, what's to come with the channel in the future? Well, there's a new coaching series with one of the subscribers called Miles, who comes down to visit me every now and then. He's going to start getting coaching under me, and we're going to base a series around it, around looking at his game and seeing if we can improve it. But that will be sponsored by ShotScope, because he's a ShotScope player. So I've reached out to ShotScope. They're going to sponsor that series, and I'm going to try and use the data that ShotScope have on him, or he has via his ShotScope, to target his practice and target his game a bit better in order to lower his handicap. So the first episode of that series will start soon, where we'll have baselines of handicap, yardages, etc., percentages of greens in regulation and all that sort of thing. And then over a 6-month period, he's going to come down once a month, and we're going to try and improve his game using ShotScope, using the coaching that I'm learning on the PGA course, and see if we can better his game. And what that's designed to do is a little bit of two things. It's one, it's designed to obviously help him get better and show the coaching on the channel, but it's also there to try and promote me as a coach in order to get more people coming to me as a coach to boost my business. So if anybody fancies getting coached under me, please do contact me. But this is designed now to help push my coaching side of my business and try and get more people down here in order to have coaching under me. Other things that are going to be coming in the channel in the near future is more around my game and how I'm trying to improve it. Recently, when we were in Saudi Arabia, my game just went, and I'm so confidence-based around my game that I don't have it at the moment. So there will be a few practice sessions, what I'm working on in order to try and get my game back to where I'm happy with it, because at the moment I'm playing that competition on Thursday, and my head is not in the right place to play it, but I want to play it. I need to be putting myself under pressure, but at present I don't feel my game's in any shape to be playing it. I've lost confidence, I've lost swing thoughts, so I need to get back into that. So I'm going to document it, because everything I do, I want to document, because you guys might be going through it at the same time, and it just shows that me, who's a handicap player who's come down and now turned professional, even I have bad days. Everybody has bad days, and you've got to take them with a pinch of salt, take them as they are. It is golf, but for me, my swing is not in the right place at the moment, so there'll be videos coming in that. New stuff is going to get released at the end of the year, so there will be more reviews, and I'm going to try and do some more videos around club fitting as well. So there is lots to come, and I appreciate over the last 2 months, there's only been 3 or 4 videos come out, but I've just been busy starting my PGA. I've obviously been away with Dan and been on Dan's channel away in France, which is something I just enjoy doing. It gets me away from filming on my channel and means I can just enjoy the company of the people, my friends, because ultimately that's what I want to do. Although this is my job, I want to enjoy doing it at the same time. And when you're on your own, sometimes in here, it can get a little bit boring. So any opportunity I've got to go and film with Dan or do course logs with Dan, I am jumping at that chance and dropping everything to do it, because I absolutely love doing it. I think I'm going to leave that there. Say it was just a bit of an update on what's happening around my PGA, and I'm going to show you more things that I'm learning and modules and things as we go on. But just to say again, thank you for sticking with me. I'm hoping 2022 is going to be a big year for me, getting the channel growth. I didn't grow as much as I wanted to this year, but I've probably not put out as many videos as I would have liked to put out. But next year we're going to have a big push to try and get this channel up. Hopefully somewhere near 20,000 by the end of next year would be fantastic. Again, massive thank you to everyone who donated and has helped me get where I am in this PGA program. But I am going to leave this video here, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you again.